understood.
Macro.
Macro. Okay, now I want to perform addition of or multiplication of three numbers. We should go for what? So mul three nums. Okay, how many arguments I should pass here? Tell me.
Three
Three
arguments.
arguments.
So three arguments. Okay, can give any name. I can give for num1, num2, num3. Okay. Tell me how DBT knows an argument. What I should put?
JINJA
Curly braces.
JINJA
Curly braces.
expression. That is curly brace nothing but JINJA expression. It says JINJA expression. So JINJA language here YAML's concept is so num1 into num3. Okay, now. Okay. Now where I want to save this macro in which folder?
Macros.
In the macros folder. Okay, macros folder. Okay. Now how to call the macros in DBT by using what concept? By using
JINJA expressions you can call
select,
it.
select.
JINJA.
By using select JINJA expression. Okay, so JINJA
Macro.
expression. So macro name, we need to pass the argument.
Arguments.
So now we will get out as 6 is the output. So this is so far good. Okay, so this is the, tell me this is static or dynamic?
This is dynamic.
Dynamic, no, we are changing the values here. So this is so far good. This is normal thing. So we discussed the case macro and so far good. Okay. So tell me this one tried a regexp tried anybody? Regexp try the regexp and nulls one. This is so
Yes.
far good.
Yeah.
Now same thing what happened. So this is normal thing. Okay. Now, so by using macro, I want to create a database or I want to take a backup of a database. Tell me take a backup of a database. Tell me in Snowflake if I want to take a backup, what's the concept? We should go for what?
Cloning.
Cloning. Why you should go for cloning?
It's a no cost, right? No space.
It's a zero copy cloning and it's a no storage and no computation cost will be there. Okay, suppose see other DevDB or it's like a DevDB. So this one I want to take a backup. Tell me what is syntax? Create database.
Clone.
Tell me create database. Supposedly I want to go for PDB clone. What's the old database? DevDB. So see. So database will be automatically created. Refresh. So what is database? Our database, new database is what? So PDB and all the schemas and the tables will be populated. Okay, same thing. Now I want to perform in DBT macro. Okay, so reusability purpose. Copy the same thing. So Control C. Now where I need to go? We should go for what's the concept? What is it you need to go for? Tell me in the models can you write DDL statements? Huh? Tell me in the models can write DDL statements? No, we can't write. Okay, if you want to write the DDL statements or DML statement, we should go for macros concept. Okay, see now what happened? Clone DB macro naming standard. Okay, now what happened? Control V. So create a database name, clone database. So this is my database, the same thing. Now save it. And now where I want to save, tell me.
Macros.
The macros folder. Okay, so this is so far. Okay. Tell me by using select statement, can we call this one?
No.
Now let me go back here. Let me call the same thing. So select. So JINJA expression, Control V. Now what happened? Try to call.
So it will frame the statement like select along with
the what happened. So see when you get this DDL kind of thing, no, directly we can't able to invoke macro. See one more time. So right now this is normal function, normal macro. We can able to call by using select. But here what happened? We're having the DDL statement. So tell me, can you have select statement? Can you able to change the database objects or no? So we should go for what concept? We should go separately one more concept. Now see when you have any DDLs. Okay, see the DDLs. Now when we have DDLs, when we have any DDLs, make use of invoking the macro. Invoking macro. So see, we should call by using command line. Okay, how to call now? This is the syntax. So see, so DBT run hyphen operation. Okay. So hyphen, okay, this is the syntax. So DBT run hyphen operation and the macro name. By this we can able to invoke. See the same thing. So this is important, listen. So almost like all the concept will be used like this. Okay, tell me how to call. So DBT run hyphen operation. Okay, so when you go for this thing, when you want to call any
DML
macro
or
that
DDL.
contains DDLs, okay, see operation. Okay, so operation. Now what happened? Hyphen operation. Then what I should pass the macro name. Now see, it shows success, but what happened? See, this is important lesson. So DBT run up, right? Did not save anything, huh? So tell me now what happened, simple issue, tell me. This is where we have saved.
It's been a normal folder,
So
common
this
folder.
is like root folder it's stored, but where I should save?
Macros.
So macros, okay. So we should save in a macro, that was the point, okay. Macros forward slash, okay, now you should work fine. Okay, so you always make sure like we are saving the proper folder, okay. See, use up arrow and run. This is important, listen. Okay, so same concept. Okay, see. Now see the same thing. Now what happened? See. So it shows success. But okay, let me create one new. Okay, so you'll put one more. So P1 database, save it, and use the up arrow and rerun the macro. Now we should get what? P1 DB in my database. So let me go back here. Tell me P1 database schema. No. Okay, see here, no, you need to understand what, no? So see, whenever I execute this one, no, see, whenever I execute, so see, okay, see the same thing. So see, whenever I execute this details, no, directly we can't able to execute. We should follow some steps. So see, this is simple only. Underscore SCT set. Okay, so set. Okay, we can give any name. Okay, clone DB. Okay, end setting and end setting we should do. Okay, 1 second. Set and end set we should do. So this is the syntax. Okay, if you want to perform anything, we should go for setting and end setting. Okay. So see, simple thing. So let me execute, then you can able to ask the question, then you can able to take the questions. Okay, so do run. Wait. Okay, simple thing. Let me first execute, then we can able to discuss, then you can able to ask the question. So Control V, save it. Now run the macro. So let me go back here. So refresh. Now tell me database schema, P1 database. So P1 database schema. Now let me copy the same thing. Control C. So Control and Control V. See, remember, if I want to execute any statement, directly we can't able to execute. So we should put this statement in this clone database. We should do the setting and end setting. So this name I can give anything. ABB, we should put ABB like this way. Okay, see. So directly we can't able to execute the statement. We should put in setting the variable and we can able to execute the functionality setting and end setting. One more time. Okay. So let me create a normal table. Suppose I want to create one normal table. Tell me how to create normal table. First you should go for macro table creation. So table MCU I'm putting. Okay. Now what is syntax? Create table. So T1. So T1 ID number. Okay. Now tell me now this is so far good. Now tell me to work directly. What I should do? First we should save in which folder? Save in which folder? Control V dot SQL in the macros folder. This is so far good. Next thing is that what next one what I should do directly to work? We should do setting. Okay, setting the variables. Okay, how to set the variable? How to set?
Set and end set.
Okay, underscore SCT set. We can give any name. I'm giving AC. Okay, setting is fine. Then end set. Okay, setting is fine. That's it, worker. But what happen if I want to execute this variable? What I should do? we should go for what concept? Underscore do run query. Now what I should pass the argument? Pass AC. Okay. AC. Now tell me now where our data. Now tell me now what's the macro name? Now how to run? So DBT space run hyphen operation and the macro name. Macro. So those ones makes up your process. Okay, and the macro name. Okay, so now what exactly? Now tell me where exactly our object will be created. Tell me where our object will be created.
Default schema and
So default target database, target schema, that is dev schema. So table. Okay, so T1 table created. Na? Okay, same thing. Suppose right now, so T1, T5 is there. I want to create T6 table. Okay, let me put T6, then you can able to understand. So T6 table. Okay, save it. Okay, now how to run by using what command? Up arrow and make it working. Now what table should be created? Now T6 table should be created. So this is the functionality. Remember, right now, whatever the objects we created in Snowflake, they're trying to do in DBT itself. That's what the functionality. So this is the concept. Okay. So copy the same thing. Okay. Let me put the same functionality. Let me execute the functionality. Control C and Control. Okay, now let me come to our topic. Now I want to take a backup of a database. Okay. Tell me how to take a backup. Again, I go back to here. Tell me what is syntax. Underscore. Important lesson. Okay, see underscore. Macro. Okay, so DB clone macro. Okay, so macro. Now tell me what syntax. So create or replace. Tell me replace database new DB clone old DB. Okay, so first to go for static thing, then make it a dynamic. So dev DB. Okay, new database. Okay. New DB. Now tell me it worked directly. What I should do? Tell me what I should do.
Save it in SQL. Yeah, it will work now for the day.
Tell me.
The static one will work, right, Pradeep?
No, directly it won't work. No. So what we discuss for detailed statement directly, we should do setting. No. First
we have to set the variable.
Set the variable. Okay, if you set on it, will work. Okay.
Without setting also you have done no first executed that, right?
No, it executed but not created.
Okay, got it.
So see, underscore set. Okay. Then what happens set? You can put any name underscore set. We should go for end set. Setting and end setting is fine. Okay. Then what I should do? Then we should go for do run query. Now what I need to pass? Pass Z. Okay. Now what happened? Tell me how to run this type of macros. We should go for DBT run operation and the macro name. Okay, so this is my macro name. Now tell me now what exactly should be created. Now new database should be created. Okay, let me go back here. So refresh. So new database should be created. This is so far good. Okay, see this is working fine. Okay, getting fine. This is so far good. Tell me this is static or dynamic? Anyone? I'm putting anything, just to copy paste and make it work. That's a simple thing. Okay. So what I discussed now, why it's a static? Tell me.
Because you already put the name in
the hard coded.
So see, names are hard coded values. Okay. Now I want to make it dynamic. Now how to make it dynamic? By passing what?
Arguments.
Now how many arguments require? One or two?
Two arguments.
Two arguments. Okay. SRC DB. What is SRC? It's a source database. Target database. Okay, tell me where a SRC database should be putting at a dev DB or new DB?
Old DB.
That is dev DB. Okay, tell me how DB knows it's an argument.
Using JINJA expression.
JINJA expression. Okay, same thing. So control it. So TRG database. Okay, so far good. Now see, this is fine. Now tell me now, right now we are having no arguments, which is working fine. Now we are having how many arguments are there?
Two arguments.
So see, when you have arguments, we should call separately. So mute itself. So when you have arguments, how to call? So dbt run hyphen of operation, and we need to pass the macro name. So this is normal thing. Now what happened? Now I'm having arguments. If you have arguments, you should pass hyphen hyphen args. Args. We can put single quote. Okay. So see, this is what key, and this is value. Tell me this type of, what is this one key value? Nothing but what format it is?
Dictionary. Dictionary.
No, JSON format.
JSON,
Okay, see JSON. Okay, see same. Suppose you have two arguments, what I should do? So key one, val one. Okay, same thing. Okay, tell me, comma. Next one, key two. Tell me next one. So if you have multiple arguments, you can put comma and we can able to make it working. Okay. So then key two,
val two.
okay, see val two. Okay. Okay, so this is the functionality. Okay, so like this way, it's a JSON format, key value pair. Okay, now how many arguments are there here? Tell me. In my macro, two arguments. Okay, see what is syntax? Hyphen hyphen args. Tell me then. We should put single quote or double quotes. Okay, okay, JSON format. So double quotes. Now what's the argument? srcdb. Okay, srcdb. What's our source database? It's a devdb. Okay. Answers are simple. Okay, same thing will work in the real-time projects one. Okay, same thing. Next one is the PRC database.
Yeah, Praveen, one
second.
quick
Hold
question here.
Hold on. Let me complete. We can break the flow. Then we can go for, okay. So devdb, I'm putting D. Okay, now tell me now what's the new database name?
D.
It should be D. Okay, so refresh. Any issues, huh? You can once come here, you can see some issue there. Okay, let me go back here. srcdb. Okay, srcdb. No arguments. Okay, tell me. No, now tell me we are calling this one which macro is different, I guess. What's our macro name? DB clone macro. Okay, we put different. Now see now new database. Create a D database. Okay, all the schemas and tables are created. Tables will be created because it's the same concept. Getting the point of this is the concept of tell me it's a static or dynamic?
Dynamic.
Tell me. It's a dynamic because now we are passing the argument. It is working as expected. Okay, so control V. Now ask a question. Go ahead. Go ahead. Somebody 7. Go ahead.
Yeah, Praveen, if I could see you pausing there as arguments, right? So probably it's been a common practice across in whatever tool we take. So, but in general, what they do is like they maintain separate a file like JSON file, and they used to point it from there. Is there any way in place of
Generally, no, we don't
arguments?
run manually. We'll put everything in the CACD. So see what happened. No, see here what happened.
Yeah.
So see, this is like ad hoc thing. Okay, see what happened.
Yeah,
Go here. What
I'm just
happened?
asking. So yeah. This is ad hoc, right? So generally, we used to point to some table and get the points from there, right? So that's how I'm just asking.
Generally, like same thing. If you go for normal store procedure, also what happened? We need to go as some arguments. No, arguments only we need to pass it. In the argument, see what happened. So once you deployment, I'll try to explain what exactly. So you put everything inside inside a stored proc. This is what. So this is what happened. Tell me why we should take a backup generally. Only why should make a backup? Why should take a cloning? Because I want to take this database data backup for testing purpose or some future reference. Okay. So what happens? So every month we want to make it a schedule. So we can able to create this macro and we can able to put inside the inside our inside our jobs and we can able to trigger for by using cron. We'll see the same here somewhere. So this is so generally we'll practice like this one. So this is so far good. Now same thing now come to real time use case. So this is normal. So this is we can say in my current project, so by using macro, I have made the cloning of an entire database or entire schema or entire tables. I have taken back. Okay, by using, so this is one concept. Now come to one real-time use case. So we need to project this thing only. Then only you can say like I work for 2 years in Snowflake DBT. We can say. You see the same thing. Let me go back here. Let me take the screenshot. So see, this is one use case. We can say in your current project, I work on this use case. Okay, so you can say clearly. Okay. Now see what happened. So database, it contains how many schemas? So 3 schemas: dev schema, demo schema, raw schema. Totally 10 tables, 30 tables are there. Now I won't take entire database backup. Tell me how to take entire database backup using which concept? Tell me.
Macros.
Using what concept? Using macros concept. Tell me in models, can you perform the same thing? Huh?
No.
Okay, so in models, we can write only what? Only the select statement we can write.
Select
Okay,
state.
okay, select. But what happened now? I want to perform DDL statement. Now we should go for what concept? Go for. Okay, see, go for what concept? Go for. Go for macros concept. Okay, see, let me create the new databases. Okay, so create database. What's the database name? They want.
Dev DB.
So dev already we can put dev 1 DB. So dev 1 DB. Okay, so dev. Okay, so this is my database. Now let me create schema. Okay, so dev schema or demo schema. Okay, so create schema. So schema. So tell me this database name. Dot schema name is called as what?
Fully qualified name.
No, not fully qualified. Okay.
No. Part of
Namespace.
Namespace. Okay, see namespace. Okay, so fully qualified, nothing but object name will be there. Okay, so dev db demo schema, one more schema, RR schema. So this is my database. So see, we have created what tables. Okay, now what happened? Let me create table. Okay, so T1. Okay, suppose I want to create in this database. Control C.
I think remove one extra underscore. Dev DB.
ID number. Okay, see multiple tables as you make. So 5 tables I am trying to create. So T2, T3, so T4, so T5 tables are there. Okay, as you make, this is my tables. So first to create the database. Where I should create in Snowflake or in DBT. In Snowflake, in DBT also you can create by using what comes by using macros.
macros.
So only 2-3 guys are doing daily. I'm saying. Okay. So now I want to take entire schema backup. How to take entire schema backup?
We have to take DB backup.
Create, not DB backup. Create schema. What backup? Schema backup will work. No. Using clone concept.
Dev is.
Okay, so dev is. Okay, so copy the same thing. Control C and Control V. Okay. Now what is my schema? Next schema, raw schema. Okay. Now tell me tables also will be populated or not? Any guess? Tell me.
Yes.
Tables also will be populated. Okay. Got a point. So this is the so far good. Okay, refresh. Okay, now what's the database? Refresh. Okay, see which is our new database. So dev DB. So 3 schemas, 5 tables should be there. Okay. So 5 tables, 5 tables. This is so far. Okay, now data prepared successfully. Okay. Now what's the first task they want? Tell me first task. First task, important listen. Tell me they want to take entire database backup. Now how to do entire database backup? What is first task? Tell me what you should do.
Database cloning.
You simply directly write the macro. Okay, what syntax? __ macro.
Macros. DB clone macro.
Macro. So we can put so DB clone. We'll put tables of. Okay. First. Macro.
Ravi, this is the name of the macro, or we can give anything, right?
Any name can.
Okay.
So we should put like macro, our naming standard, we should put macro. So what is the syntax? Create or replace
Table.
database. Database. Okay, so first one database. Entire database I want to take. Okay.
Database.
So y db
DB.
clone.
Clone.
Okay, see dev d.
Yeah.
First you go for static and make it dynamic. Now tell me now what I should do. Setting underscore set. Okay. Okay. Okay, setting and end set.
Praveen, what is this set and then H? Where are we using this H?
Generally, where are you using? What are you doing right now?
We are giving the macro name on the top, no? So while running, we are using that, and then
No, you
like
should put
where are we
concentration.
giving?
Where are you giving? So almost three examples I said. Okay. So put concentration. See what it is. Tell me where are you using this H variable?
Run
query.
So see, you should put efforts. Remember, see what happened. Almost like three example I said. Okay. Tell me H where are you using? You're using H here, no? So see H, we can give any value. HK. We should put HK. So we're using here, no? So because no, directly we can't execute the DDL statement, we should put in some variable. This variable I'm using here, no? Almost like 4 or 5 example I said.
Okay.
So this AB said, okay. Again, this G said, okay. So I should put efforts, okay, say, same, okay, simple, okay. So see, I'm putting this variable, I'm putting here, okay. We can give for name, always give proper naming, okay. Clone DB, okay, where, okay, variable, okay. We can give proper name, okay, Control V. Now save it. Now where I want to save this one, tell me, Control C, Control S, Control V dot SQL in the macros folder. Okay, so create. Okay. Now tell me now, can we select statement by call? Can we invoke this macro by select statement?
No.
Okay, so this is no. We should go for what concept? Go for DBT run
operation.
hyphen operation. Important question. How we can able to call a macro by using DBT run hyphen operation and the macro name. Okay. Now how many arguments I should pass here? As of now, it's a static or dynamic. Static. So always whenever developing any requirement, no, make use of static thing. So then make it dynamic. Okay. So if it is working fine, our logic is working fine. Okay. So we should do. Tell me in real time where do we call these things in the which instance? Prod instance, huh?
No, dev instance.
Dev instance. Okay. See dev instance. Okay. See. So see dev instance. Y database. So YDB created. Okay. Now what happened? Let me go back here. Now how to make it dynamic? By passing
Arguments.
arguments. How many arguments required?
Two.
Two arguments. Source database, target database. So Control C. So how DBT understand by using JINJA expression. Okay, see Control C, Control V. Okay, Control V. Save it. Okay. Now what happened? Now how to call this one? Now we need to have how many arguments? Two arguments. Okay. So you can put a double quotes or you can put single quotes. Okay, see, we should put double quotes. Now what's SRC? It's an SRC DB.
Source DB value.
Now what is source database? It's a dev double underscore. We can able to make it. Same thing. Okay, next one what? Okay, so okay, TRG database. TRG database. Okay, we can use. Okay, so after we can able to drop all this database. Okay. So our database, how many schemas? 3 schemas. Demo. So dev, raw schema. How many tables? All the 5 tables will be populated. So this is entire table backup. Okay, so this layer so far, this is first task is simple and straightforward. Okay. So second task, no, a little bit tricky one. This one only use in real time. Okay, this is entire table backup, entire database backup. We can go for this function. Okay. So what about next task? Now, what is your expectation? Tell me. Anybody can able to tell? Next task.
From a particular schema, we have to take 3 tables backup.
Okay. See now, if I go for suppose see now they want to go for raw schema. If I go for raw schema, entire schema backup, what we'll get? We'll get all the 10 tables. But they want what? They want only They want only 3 tables. Okay, first what happened? If I want to take this one, first we should have new database should be created and a new schema should be created. Okay, so getting the points now. So the requirement is that what they want to take only this 3 tables. Now what happened if I take enter database, we'll get enter database will get. If I take schema backup, enter schema objects, but they want only these 3 objects they want to take the backup. Okay. So first task we should do what? Okay, let me copy the same thing. Can you show? Okay, chalo, we'll see the same thing here. Okay, we'll get that. Okay. Now see what is the thing? So the second task is now first we need to create new database should be created. Okay, see. So new database. Okay, new. First task is that no, you need to create a new database. Tell me what is syntax to create new database. So create or replace database. So new database. Okay, same thing. Second task is to create new schema. How to create new schema? Tell me.
Create or replace schema.
Schema, directly put schema name. We should go for so database name dot schema name, because no, this is namespace because it can be created in different schema, but we should be precise. This database, this schema should be created. What is the third task? Create tables. Tell me if I want to take a backup, which concept will come into picture? Tell me. Cloning. Why you should go for clone concept?
Zero cost
Zero
associated.
copy, no storage cost and no computation cost. As a part of Snowflake and DBT developer, so we want to reduce the storage cost and the computation cost. So by using zero copy cloning, so there will be no storage cost and no computation because it's a metadata operation. So this is so far good. Okay. Now what happened? Now this is so far good. Now tell me how to create a table backup. So create table. Tell me how to take backup. So new
Table
database, not table name. We should go for fully qualified name. Tell me why should go for fully qualified name?
Because we are cloning.
So see, we need to be precise. How many tables?
Development.
So it should be precise. Okay, new database, new schema. We should go for what? So old database, old schema, and T1 table. Okay, so this is the same thing. So the same thing. Now tell me, can I put everything inside a model, sir? No. So models can contain only select statements. Now we should go for what concept? If we want to perform this, we should go for macros. Macros. Let me open one more session. Okay, see what's shortcut? Underscore macro.
Clone table.
Macro. So clone DB schema tables. Macro. Okay, always makes a proper name. MCO. MCO nothing but it's a macro naming standard. Tell me to work directly what I should do.
Set variable.
We should do setting the variable. Setting. Okay, we can put proper name. So create database. So create DB. Okay, setting. Then what I should do? Setting is fine. Then we should go for end set. So setting. Okay, setting and end set. Setting the variable, then end setting. Now next thing is that what?
Do run query.
Do run query. Now what I should pass here? Pass the
DB.
setting variable. So this variable name I want to pass. Okay. So see, now where I want to save this macro, in which folder? Control+, Control+V.SQL in the macros folder. Make sure like we are setting correctly the folder name. Okay, macros. Now how to run this macro? Tell me right now it's a static or dynamic?
Dynamic.
Static. Okay, static. Now tell me how to make it dynamic. Now how many arguments required here? 1 or 2?
2 arguments.
Why 2 arguments?
One argument.
Right now only one, no? New database. Okay. So target, it's a single one right now, only no TRG database. Control C, Control V. Okay, now how to call? Tell me. So DBT run hyphen operation. So target DB. Okay, I can put TRG database. Okay, so remove all these things.
Here, key value is mandatory.
Compulsory.
Directly we can pass the
mention. No,
value.
Key value.
Okay. Okay.
So TRG database. What is the macro name? First, we should save. Always make sure like so. This is saved. If you save, it will not be enabled. Okay. Now save under Control V. Okay. So DBT run hyphen operation and the macro name. Now we should get what TRG database should be created. So go back here. So refresh. Create a TRG database with what schema? Default what schemas will be get? Public schema and information schema. So first task completed. What is second task?
Schema creation.
So remember we can put everything in one place, but what happened for logging purpose, we can able to make it separate. Okay. So Control C, Control V. Now what happened? Now we should go what? Create schema should be created. Okay. Now how to create schema? Create or replace schema. So we should go for target database dot target schema. This is what tell me database name and schema name is called as what?
Namespace.
Namespace. Okay. So how many arguments required right now?
2 arguments.
2 arguments required. Now see create name should be different. So create schema. Now how to run? So up arrow. Now how many arguments required?
2 arguments.
Okay, see 2 arguments. So trgsc colon. So see trgs. Okay, so this is now first we should save it. So we should save it then only run.
Praveen, we already created target database, right? Again, we have to run that.
No, generally we still step by step we are trying to do. So we don't run, so this is one step. This is the second step. We should go first.
Okay.
Can we include all the DML statements in one set?
Yeah, we can put anything. We can put anything. We can put all things in a single statement. You can put no worries. Okay, see, same thing. Now refresh what happened. Now one more schema has been created. So this is normal thing. Okay, now what happened? What's the last task? What's the last task?
3 tables.
So how many tables? 3 tables I want to create. So T2 table. So T3 table. So 3 tables I want to create. So T3. Okay, so same. Okay. Now copy the same thing. Control C. Now go back here. What is the next step? Next task. So create tables. Okay, so tables. Control V. Now what exactly? Now we can go for the same thing. You can whatever we discussed. We can put. Tell me, can I put 3 statements at a time? Huh? Yes or no?
Yes.
You can put. No worries. Okay. So create or replace. We'll make it dynamic. So this is static thing. So now database is there. So target database. So target database. So target database. Now tell me this one what this is also we should make it dynamic. Now how to get now how many database how many schemas required? One more. So 2 more. Okay, see. So what is the thing? Source DB source schema. Okay, so SRC DB SRC. So control V. Okay. So SRC DB SRC schema. Okay, tell me is it static or dynamic?
Dynamic.
You see one more time.
Dynamic.
Not dynamic. Static, no?
Now we are creating a dynamic.
What will be static or dynamic? See the data one more time.
Table name is hard-coded.
Hard-coded,
so
no. So T1, it's the same. We can static, no. So because no table names are static. Okay, see T1, T2, these are static, no. Okay, see now. So SRCDB. So use up arrow. Now how many arguments we should put extra?
2 more arguments.
So 2 more arguments I should put. So simply copy, comma, V. Okay. Now what's the extra argument? Okay, say
Source
So
table.
src db. What's your src db?
DB.
So dev db. What's your schema? So dev C. Now tell me now what is the requirement. Now we'll get what we'll get. So 3 tables will be populated here. Okay. So try to invoke the macro or call the macro. No. So 3 tables will be populated. Okay.
So Praveen, I'm just guessing, Praveen. So inside that we have a create schema and DB also, right? So they'll overwrite. Am I right?
No, it's a create or replace. No.
Okay, yeah.
So dev d1 public d1. So public.
Settings for the table creation is incorrect.
Which one?
Line number 12.
You gave a TRGSE actually at the last variable also. You need to make it as SRCSE, right? No. Where you called? Yeah, there.
I think Praveen, you need to set a variable for table.
For table, yeah.
This one,
Line number 12.
No, that's only. That only.
No, I think it is taking create SC only for setting variable. You need to change it, I think.
Variable name wrongly given.
Okay, I'll see the same. If we go here now, we should get 3 tables. Okay, ma? So T1, T2, 3. Which one is saying variable name? So we can give any name. This one, huh? This
same name.
No, we can, no worries. Okay, so this complete, I can put, okay, no worries. Okay. So create tables are clone tables.
So here also all the script executes sequentially. So
Sequence.
even the same variable, it will.
Because no, that's completed. No, that's completed. Okay, so for here, no, it is completed. Again, it will take anywhere. Okay, this is so far good. Tell me, it's a static or dynamic?
Static.
Static. Tell me, see the same thing. So 3. Suppose like I want to take 10 tables backup. Tell me, can I write 10 statements? Huh?
No.
Now tell me here, which one is changing? If I take the screenshot.
Table name is changed.
Tell me by seeing this one, which one is getting changing only?
Table name.
Table name. Source table.
Only source table and the target table. Okay, this one. Okay. Now instead of this one, what happened? Tell me now, I want to, so suppose like user given 10 tables name. Now how to pass 10 tables names dynamically? We should go for iterating concept. Iterating nothing but loop concept. Loop concept, we should go for looping concept. Okay. So in DBT macros are similar. So same as process. In process, whatever, you know, same looping concept we can able to make it working. So here we can go for looping concept. Okay, see, getting the point. Huh? So here instead of putting I'll try to get some things we can able to make it working. 1 second. So it's a little tricky. I'll try to explain one more time. So see the same thing. Now we should go for what concept? We need to put one more argument. Okay, so we can put table list. We can give any name. Here we can get 3 tables. We can get 4 tables or 5 tables. Tell me looping. How can you perform looping? Underscore for. Okay, for loop for in. Suppose tell me see the same functionality. So for I in 1, 2, 3 loop end loop. Tell me this one how many times it will loop?
3 times.
So 3 times. But here what happened? Here how many times it will loop? How many times this value contains? Those many times I want to loop. Tell me now how many times it will loop?
Table list.
Table list contains how many values? Those many times. If you have 3 tables, 3 times. If you have 10 tables, 10 times we will loop. Okay, for loop. Okay, so this is so far good. Okay. Now what happened? Copy the same statement. So create or replace. Control C and Control V. Okay, see the same thing. Understand? Little bit tricky one. So create or replace. So table. So target table. Tell me T1 is coming from where?
TBL.
So TBL. Okay, see TBL. Okay, see T1 is coming from TBL. Control C. Control V. So TBL. Okay. So what about this one is coming from TBL? So TBL. Okay. Now see what happened instead of writing like this. Now what happened? So instead of going for this, no, I'll go for variables. Okay, so variable concept will be there. Tell me how to define the variable underscore underscore set. I'll explain 1 second. So variable, so source table. Source table. Okay, simple thing. Okay, this is one important concept. Now tell me source table coming from what? Coming from
source DB.
Source DB. Source DB. Then source schema. Table name is coming from what? Coming from TBL. Tell me normal SQL if I want to club two strings, how we should go for what concept? Concatenator pipe symbol. Okay, so here we should go for what concept? So see here, dot is there. So dot nothing but what? It's a string. String how to make with the help of single quote. Single quote. Got the point? So see single quote. Okay, single. See. Tell me how to club two strings by using what concept?
Double pipe.
Concat. So here this is in JINJA expression. In the JINJA expression, double pipe won't work. We should go for what concept? Go for tilde symbol. So tilde symbol for what? For clubbing two strings. Okay, so see, so in normal SQL, if I want to club, we should go for pipe symbol. In this is in JINJA expression, if I want to club, we should go for what concept? Go for tilde symbol. Tilde symbol is to club two strings. Okay, same thing. What happened? Now we should go for what concept? Go for
target table.
The same thing. Okay, go for target table. So this is variable settings. We'll see one more time tomorrow session. Okay, go for the same thing. Okay, see set. Now we should go for source table and target table. Okay, now it's coming from TRG database. So TRG scheme. Okay. Now this is source table and the source. Okay, so target table. Okay. So now what happened now? We want to take the same thing, Control C and Control V. Okay, let me copy the same thing. You can able to take. Now what happened now? Tell me now we should remove this one. Now what I should pass here? Pass the target table. Okay, so target table. Tell me how DB nodes an argument we should put inside the JINJA expression. So source table. Okay, copy the same thing. Okay, JINJA expression. Now put the source table. Source table. Getting the point? Create or replace table. So cloning, we can able to make it work. Okay. Tell me the create statement will work directly. What I should do? Tell me detail statement. We should go for what?
To run.
Setting. Okay, this is variables. This we need to put a statement. Okay, so Control X. So Control V setting, and we should go for end set. End set and root run query. Okay. So now we can able to remove all these things. Okay?
Praveen, one more thing, Praveen.
Good.
Line number, can you go little up?
1 second.
Line number 12 and no.
Line number 12.
Line number 14, 15, right? After source SC, you need to give one more tilde, right? After source SC. After source SC, source underscore SC is there, right?
Tilde.
You need to give one more tilde.
String note.
Yeah.
Tilde. Okay, so setting the variable. So this is fine. Now table. Tell me now what happens. So setting this is source table, target table. Now how many times it will loop? How many times it will loop?
Based on table list values.
Based on the table list values. Okay, let me try to complete. We can able to see once we try to execute, then you can able to understand the question. So dev DB, dev schema. Now what happened? Now we need to go for what? Go for. Tell me we should go for what? One more argument. What's the argument?
Table list.
Table list. Okay. So comma, double quotes. So table list. Okay. This is tricky thing a little bit. So table list. Table list. Okay. So put it. Now we need to go for what concept? Table list. We should go for
list.
Array kind of thing. Okay, we'll see table 1 will work. We'll see whether it's working fine or not. So table 1, put to T2 array We closed that, closed somewhere. Okay. Close it. Let me see if it's working fine or not. Then so let me know how many, now 3 tables. Now how many tables we get? We should get 2 tables. 2 tables. Now let me add. So one more table. Okay, use up arrow. Now comma. Put to T3 table, double quotes. Put to T4 table. Now how many tables should get?
T4.
4 tables should get. We'll see one more time. 1 second. Now as of now 2 tables are there. We get 4 tables. Tell me it's a static or dynamic? It's a dynamic. Okay. Let me copy the same thing. Let me copy everything. Control C. I'll put here. I'll put every statement. Just to copy paste, run as it is. Then you can able to first execute the functionality as it is. Then you can able to run the function. So now copy the same thing. Control C. Control N. Control V. Now change the language to SQL. Okay. Now see what happened. So first step is a straightforward new database. Second step is a straightforward because it's a new object, no target database. These two are straightforward, no worries. But what happened now? Table is nothing but what? So user can pass 3 tables. User can pass 4 tables. Okay, what happened now? I want to make it dynamically. I want to iterate the process. Tell me in normal programming language, go for what concept? Looping concept. Okay. Now see what happened. This loop is important. So before that, create or replace table, table name, clone, old table. Now source table contains what? Source database, source schema, table name is coming from this thing. So target table, target database, target schema, table is coming from this thing. So this is the setting the variables, variable setting. This is the value assigning. So this we are trying to assign this DDL statement and we are trying to execute this functionality. Now how many times it will loop? How many times this table list contains, those many times it will loop. Okay, so here, so your tilt main purpose of tilt in JINJA expression mainly for what? Mainly for concatenate two strings. Concatenate 2 strings. Okay, so this is the same thing. Here JINJA expression because we want to set some variable name, we can able to make it work. So looping, we can put any name. Okay, we should put I here. Okay, we should put any name we can. Source table, target table. So go ahead.
Praveen, can we declare instead of in the argument table underscore list, can we declare the list in the program itself?
Program itself where?
Line number 12, where like table list is equal to list of table one.
Generally,
table
that will go static, no? If you define inside, no, static, no?
Raghu, it will become another static file, no?
Static, no. So remember what? So remember, so generally we can go for table 1, table 2, table 3 directly we can perform. But here what happened is make a static, no?
Okay.
So if I make it to table 1 static, table 2 static. So that's why we're going for dynamical. So this is we can able to make it dynamical. Okay, so this is the concept of macros. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, here see almost like variables. See one more time this variables in the tomorrow session. So variable concept. Okay, then so see remember one point. If we want to have any DDL statement, no directly we can't able to put in the models. We should put in the macros. And if I want to execute this macro, what I should put setting and end setting we need to do. Okay, this is the functionality. Here tilt symbol looping concepts. Looping will use regularly in a day-to-day projects. Okay, so because now I want to iterate the process step by step, we can able to make it work. Okay, so setting. So this everything is simple. Just so first to a straightforward. But here now what happened? I want to go for loop because I can't iterate 10 times the same statement. See, if you go here, what happened? If you go to Snowflake, if you go here now, I can't iterate every time the 10 statements or 20 statement. We can put inside this. We can able to make it work. Okay, this is the concept of making dynamic. You can say like in my current project, I have implement this dynamic macro for table taking the backup of cloning. We can able to say these are the macros. We can say case macro, trim macro, regexp macro, initcap macro. These are things we need to say this way. Okay, remember the same thing we can just have case macro. We can put inside. Tell me the case macro can we put inside a models and we can able to use it in reusability purpose. These are the main purpose of this macros are a reusable purpose. Define one time and make it in multiple places. Ask the question.